Okay, it's a word he's heard before. Yesterday, a California civil jury found Bill Cosby guilty. I'm sure you've seen the news. We even put it up on our social when the news hit yesterday, and he is guilty of, quote unquote, sexually assaulting a 16-year-old girl after inviting her to the Playboy Mansion back in 1975. So Judy Huth was awarded $500,000 in damages. Now, Cosby denies the sexual encounter and was not at the trial, although Cosby's been accused of sexual misconduct by 60 women before. We covered that. This is, though, the very first civil case to reach trial. Okay, so Tori, do you believe, because I know a lot of people, including myself, get confused between like the civil cases and the federal and criminal. Do you think there's going to be more civil cases, or do you think this alone will be at least enough to give some victims justice?
Well, explain civil first. Civil's just money.
Yeah, there's no criminality to it. No one goes to jail. It's all about money. So defamation trials, things like that. Now, I was shocked to see that certain jurisdictions don't have a statute of limitations. That's 47 years ago this happened. I'm very glad that she got justice. It's just very rare to have, I don't know how you have proof at that time at 47 years ago. So I was a little bit surprised, very happy, but let me tell you
they had proof because he admitted it. Remember back when, I forget the exact date, he was given a plea deal, and in that plea deal, he admitted to doing it. So I don't know how that plea deal then becomes null and void for this, but he did admit it.
Okay, that's good to know. And also, I just think it's a long time ago for a civil trial. I don't think we're going to see more of that. I think there are limitations in certain states. But we are now reporting from TMZ that when Cosby was told about the settlement by his attorney, Cosby said, quote, "What? 500,000, that's all? Booyah."
Wow.
He said booyah?
How does that make booyah? How does that make you feel? We've talked about it on the show. Both, all of us can say that we all thought of Bill Cosby as like our TV dad, right? You've said it the most on this show. Hearing this come up again, what are you feeling?
Well, it completely changes hearing new testimony about anything could change your mind. And I'm willing to change my mind even about something that I'm staunch in right now. Maybe a month from now I look back and I'm like, oh man, I was wrong about that. I'm willing to evolve.
There you go.
Which I think we need more of. Hugh Hefner, when I lived in Los Angeles, what guy living in Los Angeles in his 20s, Hugh Hefner wasn't kind of their idol in some way.
Right.
My dream was to go to the Playboy Mansion. Never made it there. Kind of lucky I didn't at this point. Hugh Hefner, complete 180 from what I thought he was. Bill Cosby is my growing up TV dad. Complete 180. You know what I mean? You have to acknowledge the times and what these people went through and formulate your own opinion. It's disgusting.
That's why we can be friends, because you can change. And I can change. If you couldn't change, we couldn't be friends.
We all can change. Remember Rocky IV?
Let me ask you this. Listen, I want to preface this. I'm not taking away any blame from Bill Cosby. What he did is absolutely abhorrent. I've been to the Playboy Mansion, and let me tell you, when I went to the Playboy Mansion, I watched my drink because there were rumors in the 90s and early 2000s of what happens there. He's not the only person. Again, this is not taking blame away from him. He's not the only person that did this. This was a culture in many cities, in many circles, and clearly at the Playboy Mansion. He's the fall guy. Is that an unpopular thing to say? Because does that somehow remove blame from him?
I think it's probably unpopular because it's true, Sam. It's easier to just have a face to go after when we say that we're like the Me Too movement, Harvey Weinstein. Okay, he's gone. We can forget about that. I think when we go back and retroactively cancel people, which Bill Cosby, I'm obviously fine with.
Don't say cancel. Say held accountable.
But like held accountable. But like when I say
criminal,
he is out of our public consciousness.
Yes.
When we do that to people that represented certain eras, I think that's almost like our conscience as a collective saying that we're embarrassed that this happened. So we are now expunging that from our society. But Bill Cosby was very popular. The Playboy Mansion, like if I've seen that documentary. When you look at clips of that, it's super embarrassing that was on TV. It's a 70-year-old man mouth kissing like 5 or 6 19-year-olds, and everybody was like, cool show.
Yeah.
No different than Toddlers and Tiaras was a very strange show, or The Duggars was a very strange show. We were all part of a very weird, strange, perverse culture.
Yes.
And the fact that we're trying to get 3 or 4 people up out of here to be like, oh, we got them all.
You're right.
No. A lot of people that passed that Cosby world, the Harvey Weinstein world, the Playboy Mansion, they were all affected in different ways. So let's not act like we got 3 dudes and we're good now.
I'm glad you said it.
And one more. Jeffrey Epstein, he's dead, so that's over.
Yeah,
Crazy.
right?
Sorry if I bring it up once a week, but I have to.
You should. You absolutely
We should.
I totally agree with you.